So one of the president's lawyers has stepped down. His name is John Dowd. There are a number of possible reasons why he did this and important ramifications. So let's break it down. First, we go to Ross' story. He had considered resigning for months because he, quote, ultimately concluded that Mr. Trump was increasingly ignoring his advice. And New York Times originally reporting that. And Dowd has repeatedly tried to warn the president against doing a face-to-face interview with special counsel Robert Mueller. Whereas Trump himself has said that he believes he should do an interview with the special counsel. Now, Andrew Napolitano, Fox News legal analyst, went out on TV today again, was like, Mr. President, don't do that. Don't do that. And basically, all these lawyers saying, no, you knucklehead, you don't get it. Robert Mueller is infinitely smarter than you. And we know you're a pathological liar. You're gonna lie on the record about 17 times per minute, and then he'll have you for sure. But of course, when his lawyer tells him that, Trump's like, oh no, I got this. I'm way smarter than Mueller. I'm gonna outsmart him. Because you know why, guys? You know why? Because I'm a very stable genius. Okay, all right, if you say so. So if Dowd was counseling him not to talk to Mueller and now he's out, fantastic. Yeah, hey, Mr. President, man, you're like a smart person. Don't let your lawyers tell you otherwise. Okay, so another issue for Dowd was this tweet that President Trump had sent out back in the day. Now, this was back in December of 2017. He said, I had to fire General Flynn because he lied to Vice President and the FBI. He has pled guilty to those lies. It is a shame because his actions during the transition were lawful. There was nothing to hide. Now, I'll tell you why that created a significant problem for Donald Trump. We're going to go to law and crime here. The argument was that the tweet indicated that Trump already knew Flynn had lied to the FBI at the time and still asked Comey to back off. Oops, they shouldn't have done that. So that was a mistake. It, in essence, admitted obstruction of justice in that tweet by the president. So what did his lawyer, John Dowd, do in that case? He fell on his sword. He said, oh, it was not the president who tweeted that. It was me. Yeah, I grabbed his account and I did it myself. That makes no sense at all. No one believed that. But that created a second problem for them, okay? As they explained in Law and Crime, if Dowd didn't really write the tweet and Mueller asked him about it, he'd have to either lie to the special counsel to protect his client or tell the truth and incriminate him. So that could be a big, big problem. Now, in this case, Dowd wouldn't even be able to claim attorney-client privilege because he had publicly said he wrote the tweet. Once you reveal information to a third party or the whole world, you can't claim privilege over it. So then he's in an unwinnable situation. If Dowd was still working for Trump, Law and Crime explains, and was called before Mueller to answer those questions, there's a decent chance he wouldn't be by the time he was finished. So, in other words, if he comes in and says, yeah, Donald Trump wrote the tweet, I was lying, he saves himself but throws Donald Trump under the bus, and then you got an obstruction of justice, and you can't do that to your own client, so then you couldn't be his lawyer. Or he has to lie to the special counsel on a thing that he does not have an attorney-client privilege on, and then his career is in a world of trouble. Now, one way to avoid that conundrum is stop being Donald Trump's lawyer, and that's exactly what John Dowd did. So they might have had disagreements, I don't doubt that at all, but this might also be a reason why Dowd stepped down. Now, one last thing for you guys. I want to talk about the guy that they brought in partly to replace him. His name is Joseph E. D. Genoa, and he is a clown extraordinaire. He had explained there was a, quote, brazen plot by officials in the FBI and DOJ to illegally exonerate the Hillary Clinton, and if she didn't win the election, to then frame Donald Trump with a falsely created crime. Okay, that's an insane conspiracy theory. I know the president likes to push it and Fox News likes to push it, but a legitimate attorney that would not like to be disbarred can't just go say that to prosecutors or an open court. That is preposterous. So more good news for the country, if you ask me. A legitimate lawyer has left the building. He was giving good advice to Donald Trump in order to try to protect him from prosecution for the crimes he likely committed. Now he is gone and instead has been replaced by a total clown who's gonna go, oh yeah, the FBI had all these conspiracies and they were going to try to make sure that Trump doesn't become president. Well, at some point, you're going to be in a court of law and you're going to have to present evidence about that. Where's your evidence? Yeah, I don't know. I've been working with other Trump lawyers for a long time. I think there's a conspiracy, the deep state or something, yeah? Jay Sekulow, another absolute amateur, clown lawyer extraordinaire, is the personal lawyer for Donald Trump. These guys are way above their pay grade. They don't know what the hell they're doing. Sekulow brought in DeGenoa, and they're like, oh, okay, you believe crazy things? I believe crazy things. High five. I think that the president is in way bigger trouble than he realized. And the problem is, that as Scaramucci said, the fish rots from the head down. The reason he has clown lawyers surrounding him is because he's a clown. So when a smart person walks in the room, he goes, no, you're not smart. I'm like a smart person. Hey, tell him, DeGenoa, about the deep state and how very stable genius I am, right? And they go, oh yeah, Mr. President, you're great, man. You're gonna kill Mueller. Go testify in front of him, Mr. President. Tell him about the deep state. A clown hires clowns. Okay. If you're running a 3-ring circus, you need a lot of clowns. You just watched a video by the Young Turks, home of the revolution. If you'd like to get a lot more than that, get the full show by becoming a member. tytnetwork.com/join.